Do you love numbers? I love numbers, especially for two things. To work my scale. Maybe not the scales. To improve my picking technique. Okay. Or just to find new ideas. Okay, let's talk about it. Now we'll start with very simple things with only two numbers. Okay? Okay, follow me. Okay, let me explain a little bit more. Let's say we have a scale, a minor scale, A minor scale, okay? Here it's better, okay? In the scale we have, okay, 7 notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Something happened here. Okay, there is touch. Anyway, let's say we divide the scale in group of 3 notes, like a block of 3 notes, okay? So we will have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, D, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc., etc., etc. Here the idea is to play each block respectively with 3 notes, 1 note, 3 note, 1 note. Okay, very simple. In this case, it can be A B C E, G A B C, for example, F G A D. Okay, we will use 3 note per string scale. Okay, but of course, because it's a 3-1 formula pattern, we will not use all the notes of a scale. This is the idea. What we're gonna do is to use 3 notes on one string from the scale, then 1 note from the scale, then 3 notes, then 1 note, then 3 notes, and then 1 note. Of course, we can reverse the idea. I mean, 1 note on the first string, 3 on the other string, 1 on this string, etc., etc. Okay, let me explain the concept really easily for you. Okay, it's really easy. Here we have a scale. It's A minor, a melodic minor scale. You can hear it with this beautiful Guitar Pro electric guitar sound. Listen to it. Beautiful sound. Okay, no, I'm kidding. And then in this part, we're in 16th notes. What I do is exactly what I described to you just before. I use 3 notes on this first string, on the E string, first string, and then 1 note on the A string, 3 notes on the D string, 1 note on the G string, and finally 3 notes on the B string right here. And I do the same thing for the descending version. So let's hear how it sounds. It's not so bad. I like it. I especially like the ascending version. What we can note here is that we have here a C triad. Okay, the C major triad, the C, a E, and a G, and then here we have a C minor, a B. I said C because in French, B it's C, B, D, and F notes. So it's 2 triad here, this triad and this triad, and it's a good way, I think, to add to add in your playing, in your improvisation, triad and arpeggios, because sometimes when we are a beginner, or maybe when we're a rock guitar player, this is not the kind of thing we do so often, to add triads in our playing. And it's a good way to hear the sound here. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. Okay, and to have this sound. Okay, so now with this strings, we have only one note. We can imagine change this note by using one of the notes inside the actual scale we played. Though in this case, on the A string, we have this 3 note. Okay, the D, the E, and a F note. So here we use the E note, but maybe you can use the D note this way. Okay, and the same here, and just here, listen how it sounds. In this case, I prefer the descending version. So maybe I can do a mix and put my E note here, like just before, and now how it sounds. Okay, I prefer this version, for it's my test, and only my test. I can do the same here and change a note. Okay, I can use the ninth note here, ninth fret on a G string, so it's a E note, and then you have this kind of jump here. Okay, for fourth interval. Let's listen. Very interesting. It sounds more modern that way, but we're still in the A minor scale, so no problem. You can play all it in on the A minor chords, of course, but also all of the chords can sound on the A minor scale. But the relationship between scale and chords is something we will talk about later.